I think obesity is something we can all agree is a problem across the globe, and it's something that could be prevented. Um, so today I'm going to be talking about the problems, the causes, and solutions in childhood obesity. And so let's get started. The first problem with childhood obesity is that it increases the risk of developing health issues. Um, that could be diabetes or, the lack to be able to move certain muscles and ligaments. And Gary Logan discusses this from the article Hopkins Medicine. And he states that a child who's obese at age 12, he said, has a 75% chance of being obese as an adult, with all the related and potentially lethal risk factors such as type 2 diabetes, severe hypertension, heart disease, and obstructive sleep apnea. And this is a problem because it's something that could be easily preventable, with the correct knowledge and nutrition at a young age. This is something that could be prevented. And if I ever have children, I wouldn't want my children to be obese and, have any health issues. Another problem with childhood obesity is that it could lead to emotional and mental struggles. It's not easy as a fat person. Let's put it that way. They get looked at differently. I think we all see this within the world. And Nilfer Sahin goes into depth with this in the article from the National Library of Medicine. And she states that it is shown that obesity is a risk factor for peer bullying. And both obesity and peer bullying negatively affect children's mental health. For example, you're at school and maybe you have a class with somebody who's obese, whether it's a boy or a girl, and they're going to be looked at differently. They're going to be made fun of. They're going to be bullied. And it's not good for the emotional and mental health of that person. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a low self-esteem. So yeah, those are the two problems correlated with childhood obesity, and let's get into the causes. So one of the causes that can lead to childhood obesity is parental habits. I believe this is a important factor. The parents are the ones making the meals for the children, and if they're not properly nourished, and if they're not being made good meals, proper nutritional meals, then it could be detrimental to their health. And Jennifer Rigby explains this in the article of from Reuters, which is an analytical news organization. And the article states that the global rise in obesity is a monumental societal failure, emphasizing the need for improved access to healthy diets and the role of family environments in shaping children's health outcomes. And so the article emphasizes the importance of family environments for adolescent obesity. And yeah, like I said, parents play a big role in this, and their eating habits, directly correlate with their children. If the parents aren't eating healthy, the children aren't going to be eating healthy. If you stick yourself, if you hang out with dogs, you're going to act like a dog. And so I think it's really important that parents get familiar with the nutritional facts of what they're making for their children as part of their meals. And so, yeah, the parents and the family environment play a big role in this. The second cause for childhood obesity is the lack of physical activity. And Andrew Gregory from the Guardian article emphasizes that insufficient activity is a well-established contributor to childhood obesity. With the increasing prevalence of screen-based entertainment, children are spending more time engaged in sedentary activities and less time being physically active. Exercise is an important factor as well in a child's weight and their BMI, their body mass index. So if a children is spending most of their time playing video games and watching TV, they're more than likely not going to be in good shape, and this can lead to obesity, and which, like I said before, could lead to mental and emotional anxiety and depression, and a lot of emotional factors along with health issues. So poor eating habits will most definitely lead to obesity. And if you're not active, if you're not doing some sort of exercise, then you're more susceptible to being obese. And we should try to prevent this, especially as parents. A solution to childhood obesity is to provide family-based educational nutrition programs. This can be provided by the city or simply by the school that the child attends. I think it's a good idea, and I think some schools, some cities already do this. And Megan Purdue explains this, and she states that successful nutrition interventions targeting children 5 to 18 years old appear to include setting family-based goals, modifying home food environment, hands-on approaches to teaching nutrition, and fruit and vegetable vouchers. So this is important, for the children, not only the children, but for the parents as well. If it's a program provided by the school, then the parents can come to the school with their children after hours and come to this intervention and learn about modifying home food environment and trying to be able to learn how to make proper meals for their children, and then share that knowledge with their children so that they can also read nutrition labels and learn that way. And my last solution is placing children in after-school programs and sports. Like I said before, exercise is a big factor in obesity in children, and the more active you are, the less likely you are to become obese. Being active, sweating kills, it burns calories, and if you can limit the amount of calories that children intake, and along with burning them with sports and activities after school, this will be very beneficial for the children. From the American Public Health Association, they state that 30.4% of youth are overweight or obese, and that 76.8% do not meet the daily physical activity recommendations. And considering the benefits of physical activity with respect to increased ability to concentrate and learn, it is of the utmost importance to incorporate policies and programs that facilitate healthy engagement and physical activity in schools. This is a good solution because exercise is a great way to get in shape and or prevent obesity. And so yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.